Someone recently asked me, David, why do you get so fired up when you're talking about feedback? Why is feedback so important to you? I gave him a short answer and a long answer, and I'll give the same to you. Hi, I'm David Brown-Dawson with LeadCommGym, your go-to place to become the best version of yourself and the leader your team needs. Let's dive into this video. The short answer is, when you're able to give actionable feedback in an effective way, it's an indication that you're operating on a functional team. When I say functional, I'm referencing Pat Lencioni's book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Being in a space where feedback is not valued is evidence of an unhealthy or dysfunctional team. I'll say it again. Being on a team in which feedback is not valued is evidence of a dysfunctional team. That's the short answer. The longer answer is, feedback matters to me because I've seen what happens when redirection feedback goes unexpressed. Frustration and resentment rise on teams. Frustration and resentment rise in workplaces. Frustration and resentment rise in churches. Frustration and resentment rise in families. And then people disengage or express their feelings in unhealthy ways. I wonder how many relationships, platonic, romantic, work, familial, community, I wonder how many relationships could benefit from actionable feedback being provided. Instead, oftentimes, opportunities for feedback devolve into name calling, character attacks, cold shouldering, and the buildup of resentment from not expressing the feedback until somebody disengages completely or expresses their feelings in an unhealthy way. The PCOIN feedback framework is just that, a framework. It's a tool. The effectiveness of the tool can be enhanced by understanding what all goes into delivering feedback. Feedback isn't just about feedback. It encompasses mindset, emotional intelligence, decision-making, and communication. For mindset, we're talking about how you perceive the person you're giving the feedback to, your understanding of how they perceive you, and how you think their perception of you will change once you deliver the feedback. For emotional intelligence, it's about identifying and regulating the emotions that come up when you're preparing to give somebody feedback, specifically redirection feedback. It's also about getting to choose the energy level that you experience during this interaction of giving feedback. For decision making, you have to decide, as part of the first step of PCOIN, prepare, when are you going to give them the feedback? What are you going to say? How are you going to say it? And for communication, it's all about what you say, how you say it, and your ability to actively listen and understand how they're receiving the feedback you're providing. Are you taking a conscious approach to the feedback you're giving? I get fired up about feedback because when you're building the muscle of giving actionable feedback, you're actually building up your mindset, you're building up your emotional intelligence, you're building up your decision making, and you're building up your communication. Those are the 4 domains of leader fitness: mindset, emotional intelligence, decision making, communication. As you build up your leader fitness, you become a conscious leader who communicates authentically from a place of resilience and empathy with the spirit of stewardship. And that's what we're all about at LeadCommGym, is helping you become a conscious leader who cares, a conscious leader who communicates authentically from a place of resilience and empathy with the spirit of stewardship. I'll end with this. I love working with leaders and teams around the concept of feedback and actually practicing it, because at the end of our time together, they walk away with a shared experience, a shared vocabulary, and as a healthier team. See, healthy leaders cultivate healthy spaces for healthy teams to drive maximum impact. Are you holding on to unexpressed feedback? Is resentment and frustration growing on the inside? Are you starting to disengage? If so, I invite you to watch the PCOIN feedback framework video. Tap into LeadCommGym. Connect with me for either one-on-one core energy coaching or group leadership coaching. And if you're part of a team that wants to improve your ability to give actionable feedback effectively, connect with me at LeadCommGym.com. That's short for leadership, lead, communication, gym, G-Y-M. Let's grow together. Thanks for watching. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and leave your thoughts in the comments. If you want to work with me more directly via coaching or workshop, go to LeadCommGym.com. I'm David Brown-Dawson, encouraging you to be a conscious leader who cares. I'll see you in the next video. Let's grow together.